네, 안녕하세요. 디플러스 기아 감독 제파 이재민입니다. 가장 신경 쓰는 점이라면은 패치가 변화하고 나서 그런 픽밴적인 부분과 플레이적인 부분에서 저희가 더 잘할 수 있는 부분들을 얘기했고 그에 관해서 연습했습니다. 제가 사실 이번 T1 뿐만이 아니고 강팀들 상대로 좀 아쉬운 모습들을 많이 보였었는데 이번에는 정말 이기고 싶고 저번에 지고 나서 이런저런 것들을 좀 연습도 했고 저번보다는 좀 더 나은 모습 보여드릴 수 있을 것 같습니다. 저번 경기와 이제 비슷한 양상일지 어떨지 잘 모르겠지만 결국 잘하는 팀이 이길 것 같아요. 뭐 어떤 말 하기보다 3대2라도 그냥 무조건 이기고 싶습니다. 저희가 스프링 때는 결국 여기서 지고 거기서 이제 시즌 종료를 하였는데 이번에는 정말 꼭 이기고 싶습니다. 디플러스 기아 화이팅!
안녕하세요. T1 감독 꼬마 김정균입니다. 일단 이전에 패배한 부분을 보완하는 게 가장 좀 크게 중요했었던 것 같고요. 네, 얼마 안 되는 기간이지만 그 부분을 보완했다고 생각하고 있고 오늘 좋은 경기력 나올 거라고 생각하고 있습니다. 그 전에 패배했었던 부분의 경기에서 보면 우리가 준비해왔던 대로 좀 경기력이 잘 안 나왔던 것 같아서 오늘 같은 경우에는 좀 더 이제 우리만의 방향성으로 준비한 대로 경기력이 나온다면 좋은 결과 있을 거라고 생각하고 있습니다. 그날에 또 이제 중요한 픽이 있을 수도 있고 흐름이나 운영에 있어서 중요한 픽이 있는데 그런 부분을 좀 잘 잡아야 될 거라고 생각하고 있습니다. 일단 우리가 준비한 대로 좀 이제 천천히 한다면 3대 0으로 이길 거라고 생각하고 있습니다. 이젠 뒤가 없기 때문에 절대 지면 안 된다고 생각하고 있습니다. T1 파이팅!
That is not Senna. That is in fact a lot of experience.
Yeah, this is
That's
experience.
so much experience in the bottom lane. My God.
And also, if we think about the play pattern of a Zillion combined with like a Maokai, you speed up the Maokai.
A lot of experience to be had for those two. See what happens. We dive into the rift for game number 1.
Experience. It's actually Zeus getting it, and I feel like you sacrifice gold when you go for lane swaps. We know that's a thing, especially against the Ziggs. The plate's going to go down quick, so this is a risk. But the thought process for T1 is definitely something that Neela can do well. A lot of wave clears, so no surprise they're going to see a bit of a short swap. We'll see King and TP back up towards the top lane, and it's 2 plates going down. TP was also taken by Guma, so sometimes we see the team who swaps, the other team can deny them from getting back to the tower. With a TP, with Carrier being nearby, not even allowing that to be a thing.
Carrier can be a little bit more successful
than
what we saw last time around. Okay, let's see whether this is going to work as Moham and Lucid moving in. The Zenith Blade going to connect as the interrupt was really nice. That's going to get the flash out from Gumayushi. The Ziggs test. We do have, the Ziggs purist here towards the top side of the map. And there's a lot of expectation, and Faker could be in trouble here. Seismic Shove not quite going to come through, does get the flash when it finally comes out.
Level up coming in. Guma already 6 for this grub fight. Yeah. I think the call for D+ should just be opt out of this and maybe try and set something up bot, but they're already here on the top side. I don't think they can get there in time.
Yeah, that is going to be 2 grubs taken here as now Kingen with Meganar is going to find it! Onto Owner into the wall, he mistimed the twisted advance just a little bit, and there is the punch from Lucid to take first blood. They'll grab the second one as well as Showmaker collects the kill onto Gumayushi, and it's a disaster for T1 in the river. And but it is very, very slight, and now aiming with some spare time here on this bottom side, and it's 10.5 minutes into the game, and he is heading towards Satchel ability on this outer turret. Zeus coming down to look to defend, but I think it's a couple of punches, and Lucid will be able to take this one. Doesn't find the Vault Breaker. Oh, no. The Satchel going to be used away from the turret. Not sure about that one, as we have an Ignite going down. He walks through the minefield, and that's going to be cease and desist coming in. Can they kill him in time? Yes, is the answer to that, and Moham will go down as well.
A lot longer. And in return, obviously Ziggs, one of the best tower takers in the game, or the double dash.
Yeah, Kingen a little bit too far forward here as the teleport's coming in, and he's got Meganar coming up as well. The Apotheosis already down as Nature's Grasp just to try and get them out of here. He will be successful in doing so.
Well, and able to match it. We see the double TP coming out, so Guma's going to go bot and focus the tower. And Zeus, he's back on that weak side duty. Like, you know what, you won for 1 before, you're doing a pretty good job at it, we'll put you up to it again.
Well, I'm hoping that they move Ziggs up here. It's still, you got plates for another 2 minutes as Seismic Shove not going to quite find the CC onto Zeus, but is going to be able to get the damage as Moham's making his way in. The teleport from aiming is going to get there, and it's another chain CC onto the Cassante. This time he's unable to take anyone with him as the ulti back there. This time the twisted advance was good, and Owner is able to escape death, but the turret will not. And T1 looking to try and trade it with an inner here towards the bottom side.
Right now the most, and I think they would be okay with that. But the goal lead isn't that big regardless. Both teams set up around this Herald.
Oh, Solar Flare going to connect here. No one to Twisted advance to, and there's the chain CC once more. They do get the Chrono Shift out, but Ona, can he make it out of there is the question. The answer is going to be yes. It's a big cooldown, now missing though as Mega Inferno Bomb comes in onto Faker. He does flash away. Morgan now trying to stay in the fight. The AoE damage is gigantic as Kingen is coming in to clean it up. They didn't even need him. And T1's health bars are so extremely low. All of them melt in the end, and that is 4 for nothing in favor of DK.
Just decimation. The fact they take out Ona without even needing the Vial, it's a great ult leading a charge from Moham. And yes, the Zillion ult is there to save Ona, but it doesn't really change the state of the fight. It's not like Ona comes back up and says, right, time to fight. I have value from me being back alive. His ult was already down. And D+ are just quick to clean up and return. And now
It's going to be so much more valuable as well. Should be able to put on more pressure than that of the Cassante. We can see already, with the help of Shelly, Kingen going to try and take down yet another inner turret. And that charge is going to be successful. Not able to actually do anything too meaningful. Take this dragon by himself does mean that it is quite difficult for T1 to really do anything about it, especially with the vision monopoly that they do have right now. Aiming going to move in. Doesn't find the bouncing bomb onto the Cassante here, but we can see this double Yordle battle is going to be won by the Yordles into the Cassante. He does go all out as he dashes away. The Satchel just to be there, make sure that aiming is going to be safe. Is it okay?
The item's still very okay, but maybe D+ just aren't okay with it.
Maybe, because, I mean, Showmaker's not going to have it anytime soon. He's still building towards some Magic Pen. Would have been nice in fighting this one as well, as there is the Solar Flare avoided by Ona, but he is still going to be a little bit worse for wear after this one.
He's not going to get there in time, there's no way, so
Nope.
that's Baron.
Well, he is running really quickly, like you were talking about, but he has to take the front door. There is a massive... No, the Mega Inferno Bomb comes down. Ona does manage to avoid that, but the Baron is still going to be taken, and now Lucid gets into the fight. The all-out into the backline as Zeus successfully gets himself out, but the Baron has already been taken. And so T1 still running for the hill, still trying to get out, and DK still looking for more. Cease and desist still in the hand of Lucid here, who might be a little bit too far forward. Will be able to back away there as the Weaver's Wall to come down. Faker possibly out of position, but is able to Valkyrie over the wall. And now with this Baron, they're going to be able to already take down the inner turret in the mid lane.
And T1, they managed to get away without losing any members, but that's about it. Low HP, Baron gone, your base is being threatened. They are going to pick up this tower, but now a TP coming in.
Yeah, going for the flank angle. Let's see whether this is going to work out. Owner is still extremely low as Gumayushi and Zeus trying to make their way in. The Blasco not quite working out there. And so instead, they're just getting back to mid lane. Mega Inferno Bomb, a lot of damage onto Owner, but he is going to be okay.
The Baron
Yeah.
in hand.
Everything going right for D+ right now. And the setup was so good, you know.
That's okay.
Yeah, even got the level 11 for the second point null.
Oh,
Like,
man.
You know what? I'm living good. I'm feasting right now.
He absolutely is. Wonder, we might actually hear about the meal that Moham had, because right now it's looking like breakfast was good. That's all I'm saying. He's having a very, very good game, really seeing these engages. Weaver's Wall to come on through here. Faker actually going to be caught on the wrong side of it. Can't get over the wall there as well, as Zeus is there to protect him. Mega Inferno Bomb, a lot of damage, but could be more. The build is a little bit different. Now inner turret is going to go down. Build kind of irrelevant, to be perfectly honest, ladies and gentlemen, because D+ are just playing the map so incredibly well. And Ona now looking for a last-ditch effort. Throws out the ulti here, but Kingen just going to crush his way out of there. Moham going to be thrown back. Doesn't find a Zenith Blade, really. Was aiming it at the ghosts. But this inhibitor is going to be sieged down, and with aiming on the Ziggs, structures just don't last. So 2 inhibitors going to fall down here. It's a 4,000 gold Red Bull Baron power play as it finally ticks away. Well, actually more like 3.5k. One could be able to get some work done as Showmaker, possibly out of position, is going to try and weave his wall his way out. Oh! The twisted advance, it just didn't go off in time there from Ona after the flash as well.
How did you get in the pit?
Well, yeah, this is exactly the way DK prepared it the last time around. He can sprint over there. He does definitely have the ability to run really, really fast. Mega Inferno Bomb goes down. They're trying to get the Chrono Shift out of Carrier. Try and use it on himself. He gets a drive-by ward, but it gets switched off instantly. And now a teleport in. All right, T1, they envision that this is going to be the game-winning or losing fight, perhaps, as Lucid is going to take down the Baron. Can they find the team fight, though? As Kingen gets dragged out, he tries to crush his way through there, but isn't going to be able to survive. So the sacrifice of the Nard just to guarantee the Baron. A Solar Flare goes down onto Gumayushi. He's thrown back through the rocks as well, but he keeps himself alive. His health bar, the shields, aiming is teleporting into the base.
What's the 50 gold?
Yeah, he just wants that 50 gold, Ox. As now Lucid going to try and continue stopping them. Aiming is just winning the game, guys. He's just winning the game. They're just stopping the backs. The teleport to come through, and it's unorthodox. But whichever way gets that 50 gold is the one that wins you the game. Really difficult moving forward. I know site selection can certainly help, but now the Ziggs is something that you have to definitely take away from D+. It's something that we've already seen that T1 have struggled to kind of execute themselves, although Humble Life Esports definitely a different opponent. There's going to be mitigate the hook shot quite well by eating oranges, but you can't really get out of the Hextech ultimatum. Towards 1-1. See what happens though as we jump into the rift for game 2.
Pool potty Ziggs.
Oh, true. He does have the little wizard. I mean, I think this is kind of like second
now
best.
Zeus has to play a bit more careful, can't really push up as much when the wave's so close to the and able to burn Moham's flash on that as well. So pretty big that Uma was able to safely disengage from that. And that's one thing with the Ziggs as well. Side lane.
Yeah, Cannon Barrage going to come down here from Kingen. There are a lot of minions, but I think he's still a lot of dead. Zeus possibly dead. No, okay. Not enough. The second one's going to be there as Showmaker possibly face checking here. Hextech ultimatum comes down. Fury of the Sands going to be used here, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough to keep him alive, and Showmaker just kind of giving it up. That is going to be another kill going over to Zeus as well. And we mentioned if the Camille can get going, things are going to be rough, and the Camille is going.
Yeah, and you're just going to get blown up. If you're ahead, it's a completely different ball game. So specifically, Zeus feeling ahead, it's going to might be cut out from both objectives if they don't get here quick.
Yeah, Faker already over here. You can see Showmaker just dealing with the wave. He is going to be able to push that one in. Lucid in position. Glacial Prison just going to zone him away. Nature's Grasp does come down. But Carrier, he can eat that CC. And it's an infernal soul this game. T1 already with 2 Drakes in pocket.
And look at the pressure Zeus has on King.
Is that it means that LCS fans know a lot more than the rest of the world. True. Just because they have APA.
And he is certified.
He's been the Ziggs guy for forever.
He gets it. He gets it. You know, huge respect to him.
Yeah.
Big pioneer. But now TP coming in. Faker's not here yet.
Yep, Cannon Barrage is going to be used just to try and zone them away. That is a lot of damage onto Lucid into that backline. He tries to keep himself alive. Is now Carrier possibly in trouble. And Ziggs is already dead, but it's a smorgasbord for Faker if he gets over here. Still, they've taken down the Camille. And T1 are on the run. So a 2-for-1.
Also backs off. So yes, T1 will get a tower here, but D+.
D+ might be able to get more. The teleport is coming in as Depth Charge comes out. That's a good flash from Faker to avoid the hook. Showmaker taking a lot of damage though as Zeus looking to get in here. It's looking better for T1 than maybe we were expecting. It. Mega Inferno Bomb confirms it. Boom now in trouble as well. He's going to go down. Gumayushi gets shot by the pistol. And Lucid, oh, that Bramble Smash was gorgeous. But Carrier still in an awkward position. Leandri is going to be able to finish him off. And now Faker possibly caught out as well. This tree is real dangerous, and it was looking so dicey. Oh, the barrel, not quite enough there from Kingen, just mistimed it. As now Faker gonna get punched back. Lucid, possibly in trouble. Another parlay will need to be there, and there it is. The double kill for the Gangplank.
Kingen, an absolute monster in these fights. Second fight in the row, he has found Guma and just taken him down. Aiming's gonna get the mid tower on his own. A huge win for D+ in this situation. With that Bramble Splash. They're not looking for him.
Yeah, Lucid now in trouble, down to about 50% here as Hextech ultimatum does come in. Mega Inferno Bomb now that he's held in position, and they're able to take down the tree. Showmaker getting here, but a little bit too late, as him and Aiming are gonna be able to get rid of Shelly. So T1 able to find a pick onto the jungler. Definitely good news.
More right now. You can see D+ trying to stack their Triforce users bot lane. This tower's going to go quickly.
Yeah, Ona's going to turn up, but Moham's right here, was just behind him as there is the flash over the wall, but Aiming's going to turn up. and Owner is just trying his best to escape. He should be able to do so. Keria is going to be in there. Arcane shift over the wall. Not going to find too much more as now Faker finds an opportunity now to push down towards this inner turret towards the top lane. And Lucid, he's going to arrive. And there's a twisted advance to start this one up.
You know, it's a Leandri's Maokai. I'm not sure you can get the solo kill, but he does actually a lot more damage than you think, but maybe not that much.
Faker does a lot of damage as well because he has no defensive stats whatsoever, as Lucid is now going to try and turn it as best he can. Oh! It is going to be the kill going over to Faker, but they trade it back with aiming, collecting one as well. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Susan not having a great time. As we can see, T1 able to trade up.
Not safe.
No, he's on a ward. Zay's going to turn up there as well, and the rest of the team are here to back him up. Maybe it was just a bait the whole time, but a cannon barrage comes in. True shot barrage down as well. And it is still the Camille grabbing the kill, aiming in trouble. Permafrost is down, and there's a double for the top laner of T1. 8 and 2 now for Zayas on this Camille. Very much damage though. That is going to be the Nature's Grasp coming out. Oh, Lucid sidesteps the ulti, wants to try and get in there. Twisted advance, does get him through. It's going to be a 50-50 stolen by Lucid. Zayas could be in trouble as well, as Moham's getting back in there, flashes out of the way of the Mega Inferno Bomb. And the turn from Showmaker not quite enough here as Ona down so low. Trial by fire wasn't quite in there, but there's the parlay to lock it down. Another hook. Moham, the god, is able to take down Zayas before he can kill the pirate. And aiming finally teleports in, but it's all over. Just connecting for Kingin. Making things happen as Zayas, going to face check. Some more barrels do go down as Nature's Grasp coming out. See whether Zayas can outrange it, and the answer is no, but it doesn't really matter. Still able to create enough distance.
The Maokai being down is pretty big, actually, and it's given space for T1 to move in, contest vision around this Banana Brush, so now D+ will TP in the Nasus, who's fully healed.
Cannon Barrage still up. And oh man, they are not wanting to try and fight this one. Eating a lot of time on this Baron though, as we can see. And a bit of a wraparound now coming through. True Shot Barrage just get Banana Vision as now Zayas on that Blast Cone looking for the angle. King the Pulverize onto 4! And T1 are looking to eviscerate them. Keria trying to make his way out. He is so incredibly low. The Dragon going to be secured here by Faker. And Zayas just looking to try and escape. The health bars getting lower and lower, as Lucid will be able to get out of there. Somehow it is only 1 kill onto Moham, but T1 do secure Soul Point.
Here, this tier 2 top, it is very low. It's chunked, but it's going to be like an auto from Faker and a satchel, and it's gone.
Oh, there is a hook, and there is the turret going down. Mega Inferno Bomb comes in. Faker in trouble, though, and that is somehow aiming getting that kill. Throws out a carefree Mystic Shot. Now they're looking for even more. Lucid moving in. The satchel does come out. The flash is enough to outrange it as the permafrost comes on through, but Lucid's just happy to eat the CC. And aiming, still hunting, still looking for them. Another satchel, but there's the flash twisted advance. And Gumayushi going to get eaten by the Ezreal. He's able to chase them all down as well. The minion wave getting in the way, but it's the hook from Moham. It comes in, and they're going to take an inner turret of their own after wiping out 3.
They have so much damage, they might actually push for an end here. Zayas might need to come back. Faker's up in 10 seconds, sure, but there is a lot of tower damage available, and D+ are healthy.
Yep, the inhibitor is going to go down. Teleport to come in from Zayas, like you were talking about. He was able to at least get the inner, as that hook is going to miss this time. Not quite enough members for Zayas to really commit onto 5. So he is just going to move up the mid lane after they deal with the minion wave. But T1 losing that top inhibitor could be really rough in this fight for Dragon in 2 minutes. Next fight, though, going to be in 45 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Teleport, big flank there. As Ona possibly out of position here. The hook is going to draw him back. Mega Inferno Bomb lands onto 4, which is gigantic damage. And the flanking Ziggs. The flanking Ziggs. Okay, he's throwing down minefields, bouncing bombs, things like that. He's trying to keep them in position as Lucid. He's the one kind of happy to tank, I guess. And now the barrel chain not quite going to work out. Double pulverize to come through from Keria as Showmaker presses the Fury, the Sands button. And now the Nature's Grasp does come out. Keria still trying to tank this one up, though, and we've got lots of trades of ultimates all over the place, and the barrels are really starting to hurt. In goes Zeus, though, he finds King, and the Pirate is going to fall down, and now Faker with another very aggressive Valkyrie. He's going to help lock down Moham. It's a triple kill now. Make it a quadra as Aiming can't do anything. And Zeus says, not on my watch, D+. Lucid might just be a pentakill waiting underneath the turret. We'll see whether Lucid's going to actually fall down or not as he pushes Zeus back and says, no penta. Not that far, okay, sir.
Yeah, tries to find it, but won't. With the Ziggs here, they take the towers so fast. Only Lucid up. Moham in 10. The wave's coming in. I think this is game for T1. They managed to punish D+.
Yep, we saw it for D+ just a few seconds ago. And now T1 say, oh, this is how you win the game. You just push through the base and take down an Exodus. Well, that's precisely what they're going to do. Moham, he's going to be golden in the end, but he will be also taken down. The Pirate gets in the picture, but that is not going to be enough to win them the game. A 1-1 now in this best of 5. However, they did win the game after they made that move. So, I don't know, your move. T1, a lot of damage on their Ziggs here. 37k, my God.
And you know, if you compare to when we had Cassante Viscana in the top lane, all the lane swaps we've had this year against Zeus, because he was picking it into King and Zatrox and doing some work, so...
I seem to remember there was a certain, the Shy guy, can keep them at arm's length. That's going to be the question here. Let's see whether it works as we jump into the rift for game number 3. Got one of those. As he just immediately gets hit by a bomb.
Yep.
That doesn't feel great.
Easy little mana flow bound stack.
Yeah, there you go. Still trying to get a little over the line. As Showmaker could be in trouble. Does have, of course, the distortion, but there's the flash from Ona. Really nicely played. He's just dead. No flash available for Showmaker. So that is first blood going down. Nicely played. This time around, we're going to check this one out from Ona's perspective.
Okay.
And just a Q flash there. Follows it perfectly. The W's dodged by the LeBlanc, but so definitely don't want to opt into that one. So it's not like you can really get too much help.
Yeah, Ona might be overextended here a little bit. No Aftershock anymore, as now he's trying to set it up for a turn. I think realizing that he's just dead, the distortion does go through, but now Carrier could be in trouble as well. Moham's burning down, so Faker is able to get that kill, but Carrier likely to fall as well, just waiting for that twisted advance, and there it is from Lucid.
Flash felt like he had safety with his team backing him up, and this does lead to pressure on Grubs, but Zeus is going to scare Lucid away. Use the twisted advance to twisted disengage.
Yep, or advance backwards. As Moham is still here, Faker is still pushing forward. Moham kind of wanted him to go a little bit further forward. Crashdown does not connect. Just one grub going to be taken by D+. He's going to give the rest over to Ona by the looks of things.
Ona does see Showmaker.
Yeah, he is going to distort back. You can see Lucid wants to try and get this. Does secure the blue buff, but I think he's going to die for it. And there we go. Ona says, nope, that's mine. And he's able to take down the tree. Now T1 looking to cascade this towards the top lane as Kingin already at 50%. Moham trying to come in and defend, but there is so much to defend from. There is the fate sealed, and it's exactly that. Zeus helps just lock him down while Faker tidies it up, and they'll take plates as well. Gold the lead for T1, and remember guys, this is not their serve. This is red side for T1. This would be catastrophic if D+ lost this one.
Oh, I'm getting the first dragon as well. You had the Grub's Edge, you get the first dragon.
This may have given up the play. Over the wall goes Carrier though, gets a control ward down. There's the Nature's Grasp. The Zenith Blade to stop the follow-up. There's the ulti out from Zeus. Remember, he can just rebind. And Moham, too low to fight once again. The mitigation here of that top lane aggression, just gorgeous. Moham able to crash his way out of the Mega Inferno Bomb, but Solar Flares coming through, everything flying down. Decent knock up there. Faker could be in trouble. Lucid able to find that one, and that should be the tree being able to lock this one down. The flash over, the Bramble Smash to come on through. Meanwhile, the fight is continuing. The curtains have been called, but I don't think it's for DK. I think it's on the other side. The Zenith Blade going to miss there as you saw Moham trying to drag Carrier over, but he's still very healthy. T1 unable to find anything, but it was DK trying to make the play.
Yeah, TP flag.
Oh God! In. Yeah, we're going deep once again. Showmaker looking for that angle.
So scrappy, so scrappy. And D+ ended up getting more kills out of this, but you know they make that big concerted effort to try and punish Zeus. It doesn't really pay off.
Gasp from the crowd.
Yeah.
But otherwise, not too much more. He's just going to go back home. T1, they're looking to grab a whole bunch of grubs. That is going to be 5 on the table for a Ziggs team.
Oh man, and that's how top's gone. King and we're picking it, but that was when it was like the lethality build, and it was super overtuned.
Yep.
Camp is not the same right now.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, let's try again as... Okay, the ulti did come on through there from Zeus, did a decent job as there is a Mega Inferno Bomb and he's not going to be able to dodge that. Faker just Rift Herald, but I'm starting to feel the apprehension from D+ in this game. Glacial Prison going to connect onto Amy, he cleanses it immediately. The flank for the Aatrox, I mean, Kingen just needs a way to be useful in this game. Deadly Flourish is fantastic there, but just not quite enough. A bit of an overreach there as T1 just looking to find their angle. They want to make sure that they have exactly the right play to be made.
Yeah, Guma's recalling lower mana. You know, he could potentially even TP bot and just take the tower if he really wanted. It looks like he's going to come in mid. I'm not sure about this because the Herald's already gone. And I'm not really sure what you're hoping to achieve.
I think they want to get this dragon.
I guess that's the game plan. They are moving towards it, but this might sacrifice mid-tier 1. If they just Herald...
He's the one that moved down towards the bottom side, and they do manage to grab themselves the dragon.
Give up pressure around mid, though. Let's see.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to stop the Herald at this point.
Hextech Soul. That is a big deal. Let's address that after a potential fight does perhaps happen here, as no. Looks like Faker going to be taking this outer turret on the bottom lane. And Kingen with some spare time, able to at least hit the turret in the top lane. Zeus moving up there now.
Healthy. You can see Guma's moving to ult, though, on top of this.
Yeah, and we have the World Ender up and available. The chains did connect, but he's just dead. In goes Showmaker, does manage to find the follow-up kill onto the Yone, who was tanking the turret at the same time. Carrier going to get snared up by the chains and doesn't find the Zenith Blade. The Ignite ticking down, and there's the last auto. Carrier make sure the Zenith Blade is the most difficult to land as bit of a drive-by, but the Glacial Prison comes down. Lucid is not very tanky. He has to flash to get himself out of the Mega Inferno Bomb. Oh, the rocket almost able to take him down there by Faker, and now he's coming back in. The Magnet Storm, phenomenal, but it is still Moham falling here. Kingen is just way too weak to join this fight, and it's a double kill for Faker. Showmaker nowhere in sight, and the curtains. Is it going to be enough here to be able to lock this one up? The last bullet doesn't really do too much.
Sometimes now Flash, where it's like, okay, someone's thrown at him, he immediately uses summons, and it's the right choice, but it just shows the threat on the side of T1. Oh, Zeus in trouble.
Yeah, World Ender going to come on through here as Zeus trying to dodge these Qs. Does do so, and the E, and now Lucid is making his way forward. Teleports everywhere, and the ulti does come on down. It's a 1-for-1, but Faker's going to be able to trade another one back in the end. And now Aiming turns up. He's like, what did I miss? And as it turns out, Aiming, he missed quite a bit. As that didn't miss. Ona's able to take down Aiming with the Glacial Prison, or at least hit him with it. Not able to get the kill just yet. They want to kill Showmaker instead. Ona's able to collect that kill also. And T1 kind of just running away with it. There's absolutely no way D+ can get over here. And we need to reiterate, I mean, look at how linear this gold lead is for T1.
This is D+ with side selection with blue side, not opting to go for the Ziggs and paying for it, but really the Corki has been the star of the show.
Oh, there's another Magnet Storm to come in here. Faker actually almost pulled over the wall. In theory, that's what they were going for. Kingen finding a flank angle. Is he actually able to help lock down any of these kills, though? That's the question. As Showmaker gets in there, they take down Ona, and back goes Showmaker now. Actually tries to deceive them, but it's not going to work. As now underneath the turret goes Zeus. He's able to tank it up. Faker able to get the 1-2 on that final punch. And Lucid going in, just seeing whether he can get a twisted advance to lock it down, but Zeus is toying with them now. This is T1 through and through, and they are absolutely dominating.
It just feels like they're not even sweating. Right now, Faker in all these fights, with these threats flying around, the Maokai...
That's a lot of kills.
That is a lot of kills. Lumet getting that achievement.
Has been started up. Aiming doesn't have his ulti up and available, and Carrier will be able to break the blast cone. That will guarantee that this Baron does fall, and now Zeus looking for an angle, doesn't find the ulti. Does get the flash out from Lucid, though.
You know, just don't let him near the pit, and Lucid can't steal the Baron. Kingen is on a flank,
Whoa.
but...
How did he get there?
Yeah, I'm not sure this 0-6 Aatrox is really that much of a threat.
It's a cool, like, flank position, though. As over the wall he goes. Misses a whole bunch of buttons right now as the Magnet Storm comes in from Moham, but he is just free food. Lucid cannot get in there. And D+, they're just going to back away.
And you can see, you know, obviously, because this Aatrox is weak, D+ have to move up to allow him to flank. If he goes solo, he's just going to die. But the second D+ move forwards, T1 immediately pull back.
Guma disengages, and it's a Ziggs Corki. They both have ways of creating space, and the punishment is this. They really needed to with this composition, and now T1 looking towards that bot lane tower. And it's just, you have to send 5 members here. You have to be like, we are ready to fight right now. That's the only thing that discourages T1 from immediately taking it. And you see aiming moves up towards mid to clear the wave, and the bot tower is going to go. They are looking for an engage now, though.
All right, Moham is going to take the Hex Tech gate. Curtains have been called, trying to find a few of these into the backline as Zeus says, no, you do not press R, not on my watch. Good sidestep there from Aiming, though, as he does get thrown back. Aiming, can he find the Deadly Flourish? He does, but his turret's dead. And Zeus just walks it off because there is zero follow-up from that far away. Meanwhile, whatever's happening here, some supportal combat, as Doa did say.
Let them do their thing.
Yeah,
okay.
just wandering around. One's got a lance, one's got a sword and shield. It's like a Renaissance fair fight, you know, between the two of them. Oh no, the real damage is coming in as Moham just wants to, he wanted to deny the kill to Yone. It's not going to work. He pressed the Q.
They delay the kill. Moham's dead for 20 seconds. Hextech Soul is up. This game was already in a borderline unwinnable spot.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can even talk about the fruit bowl, you know, it's like any apples left, over.
And you don't actually care if there are apples
No, you
left.
don't. And he's like, bring me an apple, though. And then you just don't even eat the apple. You just play Nintendo instead. It's okay. T1 looking to push in and end the game. No Baron up just yet. 2 minutes on that one. As D+, I mean, this is a circling of the drain if ever we've seen one, especially with that Hextech Soul. Look, that's just poke damage from a solar flare, and then the real poke damage is, oh god! Gumiushi says nope to the Jin, and now Kingan's trying to get out of there. The world is ending, but I think it's his. And there's the ulti forward from Zeus. Tanks up the turret a whole bunch, but it doesn't matter at all. There go the turrets, and T1 says over and out to game 3 and says hello to match point.
They managed to take down D+ on blue side. The pump of the damage numbers a bit here, but they will end the game.
Leaning on Zeus counterpick. It just looks so incredibly difficult to win. Showmaker as well, getting the LeBlanc, and it really did kind of look forgettable in this game. I think Aiming playing his first game of Jhin, I'm okay with that being his last game of Jhin. I personally dislike the champion a lot, but I also don't think we really saw too much here. So this like weird pick slash...
And finish things out. I think ultimately Yone and Corki, both champions we've seen played into Azir a lot.
Yep. So I think either of them are pretty happy. I expect, like, if you don't like Leandri's on Maokai, step away. This is not the game. Let's dive onto the ring.
Picked on blue side. Yeah. A bit of a trade there. Ziggs is being picked on blue side, and red side just has too many picks to bans. And especially this mana, so even if you trade, you just still lose, even if you're trading advantageously.
Yeah, it's a little bit worrying. Speaking of worrying, Moham possibly in trouble here, as Lucid trying to move down. Moham does have his flash, but wasn't able to use it, and Ono was in the area. Gumiushi still in the area as Crashdown comes through there from Moham. There's the Pulverize onto 2, gets onto Showmaker into the backline. Moham going to be the target though, and Ono takes him down. Now Kingan forced to use the Valkyrie, so now has to flash if he wants to get over this wall. Lucid to try and get in there, and he does. Oh, but the Gnar is so good from Zeus! And Ono is there for the follow-up as well. Not this time, Lucid. Zeus throws a house at him, and T1 are already running away with this one.
They're so ready for it to look for this engage. And then here, perfect timing on the Mega Gnar here for Zeus.
Yeah, the Gnar is just so well placed. This tells him to chill out a little bit.
And also notice that like he disengages from the Corki. So there's no chance the Corki can burst him back. He like backs off, lets Ono get... And Lucid going to Leandri's, he's a lot more expensive, just so far ahead there. But Lockett in these early skirmishes is so strong.
Owie. Okay, Kingan still a little bit scary. But he's not that far ahead, right?
I expected to see more of this, I'm gonna be honest. You know, more Corki just melting Gnar in the trades. And, you know, Zeus gets chunked out, but he's fine. He's got a Cull.
Well, Zeus is going to jump on top of Lucid here, but he had a friend on his way, and that is a Valkyrie out, but that means Lucid is well and truly dead. And so it was DK setting up for the play, and it's T1 the profit.
This tower, Showmaker trying to aggress mid, but doesn't find anything. Carrier.
Oh yeah, the Unbound Soul's there. There's the flash. Gets the Pulverize. There's the Emperor's Divide. The ulti out here from Showmaker finds an angle. But there is Ona on his way. And I don't know how the Yone is going to be able to escape this one. Oh, the blast cone! Okay, Showmaker able to get a flash, and he's going to live. Well, he's going to back on a ward. I'm a bit scared about that one. Make it rain coming down here towards his bottom lane. Good sidestep there from Gumayushi. Throws down the cleanse as well. Showmaker gets a shield. Is this the bait? The answer is no, as Faker is just going to be able to take him down. Permafrost comes in, and Faker flashes just for good measure. Gumayushi eating all of the spells in the bottom lane. And yeah, Moham has to get out of there. Lucid,
Flash?
yeah, he does have flash, and that is going to be the kill. So Lucid is finally on the board. But man, this is not a great trade. That is another dead Corki situation. Well, this time a dead Corki situation instead of the tree. You can see Kingen a little bit upset with how things are going right now.
No, we didn't get to see the replay of it, but that top fight, he's just weathering the storm.
Yep.
And T1 are just massively winning elsewhere. And D+ is trying to make things happen here. There is a big wave coming in, but Kerry is coming too.
Yep, Gumin's job is to exist without being a nuisance. And right now, he's doing a great job. Pulverize does come on through here. There's the Flash Magnet Storm. Lands onto both, though. Showmaker getting down here. Wants to try and lock up the Jin. He does find it. And he's able to snap back. Takes a turret shot with him. And the house as well. Almost enough to take him down, but not quite. So DK able to at least grab themselves a dive. I mean, but they're going to need way more than this. Yeah. All right, Emperor's Divide here towards the bottom lane as Faker is really dead. What does T1 get for it, though? Which is the question that we often have to ask. Zeus is just looking to dive this turret. There's the Gnar. Doesn't get the wallop, though, and Zeus not able to hit the house. As now Gumayushi could be in trouble. Kingen trying to get some revenge. There's a lot of pent-up frustration, but he doesn't overextend. And the curtains have now been called. Some sidestepping to come through here. Headbutt pole, that's going to set it up. There's the flash out as Kingen gives him the thumbs up, and he goes 0-4. You can see grinning in the player cam.
That much. And D+ do get the tower bot lane for the Gold King.
On the map and then wins, and DK don't go for anything.
But the fact they went on red side clearly was to get a matchup that was good for King.
Yeah.
Like, at least last time, like, you were counter-picked, right? This time, you're the one who's opting into it, and it just feels a lot worse.
Well, Moham's going to have to try and crash his way out of this one. Permafrost comes down, though, and now Aiming's going to have to come over. Does he find the ulti? He doesn't even look for it just yet, as Lucid... Oh, that Bramble Smash Flash was pretty good. Faker not going to find the sweep, as now Showmaker looking for an angle. Bullet time comes in. Kerry able to tank for a while, does have the ulti, but they pile in on top of the Azir, and he goes down. Showmaker still has ult, as Gumayushi at full health, but Make It Rain comes down to slow him up. Yep. And Owner is now in the back of a Dragon Pit. Showmaker chasing after him here. We can see the Maokai makes his way back.
This is a pretty late reset for T1. You can see Faker and Carrier coming out of the map. So if D+ want to do this, want to make it faster. It looks like they've got that Dragon.
We blinked for a second.
2 in bag. This is pretty good for D+. Now they have to try and protect their mid-tier 1 if they can. Aiming can just... Oh, he doesn't have ult, sorry. He won't be able to ult the wave. This might just be gone.
Yep. It's going to be a charge, and the turret is going to survive for the moment, but that's just, you know.
In fact, that was D+ who did that against T1. I think they should have had that approach.
Whoa, we got another one here as Carrier goes in. Oh, actually level up, which is kind of crazy, is Aiming, can you find the out here is the question. The answer is no. Zeus just down. Oh, never mind! The Bloodthirster is so strong! And the ulti now comes in just to play interference there from Showmaker. Aiming! Turret for Faker, type angle here, but he's not actually quite able to take the turret down just yet. Ono just trying to hoof it towards his bottom lane, able to avoid the ulti with the twisted advance. Beautifully done. Shattering strike, and that is going to be a dead Faker. Kingen locks down that kill, his first of the game, and has reset his gold. Outer turret does fall in the mid lane. That is certainly good news. But it kind of overshot it, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Could have pulled it closer.
Yeah, didn't need to really pop the potion, let's be honest. Okay, Kingen now pretty scared of Zeus, I would be too, but Aiming, I don't know whether he is, especially not after that last play, is bullet time! And takes down the Gnar.
Happen as teams were behind, they start to make a comeback.
Great knock up here from Showmaker, but you've got a teleport coming in. Showmaker is down so incredibly low, and Zeus he had the auto in the air. That's gonna lock that one up. Flash out from Kingen, but Faker's here as well. And the thumbs up comes through. It's a double. They'll take a Drake as well, and T1.
And then it just goes in every direction at the same time. This is a pretty big play coming out from Zeus.
Yep.
as he's fighting top. He's confident in his damage. The TP comes in, they get the follow-up. And the thing is, he hits Mega at this perfect time. Ults to interrupt the Valkyrie as well.
And the wallop, like the wallop angle, the fact that it was right at. You want to go for a 50-50 on this one. Lucid has shown that his smite button has been pretty good, as Moham just wants to get some buttons away from Carrier.
Wait!
Oh, there it goes. Okay, the Nature's Grasp does come on in. Owner and Gumayushi don't have a lot of damage, though, as the bullet time comes through. They're trying to keep themselves alive. Faker is burning down inside the pit, and now Showmaker gets in. They do manage to take down the Baron. It's Gumayushi that gets it. He also kills the junglers. Now Showmaker in the back of the pit. He sidesteps the Arctic Assault, and that's going to be a double kill for the Yone. So T1, they got what they wanted, but it wasn't clean.
You know, it's like you haven't even got close to your IE and you already seen the round win.
Yep.
Feel bad about it.
You're like, dude, why are you wasting your time on that? Okay, Lucid can be in a lot of trouble here, and will be just taken down. Gumayushi locks that one up, and the Nature's Grasp comes down as well. Moham, oh, can he see the angle? Then flash out from Gumayushi, just too good. Aiming now, trying to frontline. Actually kind of almost finds an angle, but he doesn't. That's going to be the Emperor's Divide used in celebration, as Zeus had already just killed everyone. Double kill for Faker as well, as they manage to get the Deadly Flourish. That's going to finish off the ace. And I think T1 might be starting their journey again, as they finish off D+ here in Game 4. D+, I mean, they had that one good one, but after that, it was all downhill from there, and T1 looking to try and take their rightful place in the final of the LCK. His form was looking good enough to be able to win here today. That was not the case outside of that one game. And yeah, they managed to stabilize for a decent amount of this game, but T1 just, they're the ones that were able to make the moves, and they did so beautifully.
That's a positive I'll say in this last game for D+, is that even though the early game went to absolute hell, they still kept looking for angles, finding fights. They didn't just give up. So I think that...
Thank you very much, guys. This is Dear for the post-match interview translation, joined by T1, who just took a 3-1 victory in the lower bracket of the 2024 LCK Playoffs Round 3, brought to you by Woori Bank. So let's hear from Zeus, owner, Faker, Gumayushi, Kyria, and head coach Koma. Congratulations! Thank you. Now, Zeus, you have made it to the lower finals once again. How do you feel? After losing the first game, I thought that was going to be a really rough battle. But afterwards, I think it was a clean game and smooth sailing onwards, so I'm very happy. So you got an unanimous POG in Game 2 with Camille. So how did you manage to capitalize Camille's strength against D+ Kia? So I felt like, just based on the comp, it was really a good Camille game where you can scale really well with Camille. And honestly, there were a bit of hiccups in the beginning, but I'm just really relieved that it went well in the end. And in Game 3, we got a Yone versus Aatrox matchup, and in your all-time match history, you are undefeated in a Yone versus Aatrox matchup over 8 games. So how confident are you in this matchup? So since I haven't really faced Aatrox in a while, I was a little nervous. But obviously, I feel like I was really familiar with the comp. So in the matchup, I was pretty comfortable. And now that you secured your way to Gyeongju, you will face Hanwha Life Esports in the lower finals. Any predictions? Honestly, yeah, we've struggled against Hanwha Life Esports in the past, but I believe that we are capable of making it to the finals. And Owner, you got a 3-1 victory and advanced to round 4. How do you feel? You know, I really wanted to make it to the lower finals at Gyeongju, and honestly, the 3-1 victory makes me very happy. What was the key point in preparing your match against D plus Kia today?
그쪽 중심으로 뱀픽을 좀 많이 준비했던
You know, D plus Kia does make a lot of plays around mid and jungle, so I think that's what we really focused on today. So you got 3 wins with just Sejuani, and it looked like your opponent prioritized Maokai over Sejuani. So what was your thought process here?
마오카이나 세전이 했을
You know, it's
때
really all
뱀픽적으로 어느
preference.
정도 좀 달라진다고 생각이 들어서 그냥
But when you play
팀적으로 어떻게
Maokai
생각하느냐에
or
따라서 좀
Sejuani, it
다른 것
really does change the overall comp. So it really depends on the team.
다음 라운드에서의 모습도 기대가 되는데 결승 진출전에서의 각오
So
한마디
looking forward
들려주세요.
to the next round. What are your resolutions for the lower
스프링
finals?
때처럼 지고 나서 다시 결승
just like
진출전을 가게
spring,
되는데 스프링 때처럼 꼭
We
이길 수
made it
있도록
to the lower finals
노력하겠습니다.
after
네,
losing,
기대해
so we'll
보겠습니다.
just make sure that we are able to make it to the finals.
선수 D 플러스 기아를 상대로 연승을
Next
이어가고
up, we have
있습니다.
Baker.
오늘도 역시
You get to
승리를
continue your winning streak
이뤄내셨는데
against D plus
소감
Kia. So how does it feel to
오늘
defeat them yet again?
이길 수 있어서 다행인 것 같고
Today was a
점점
very
이제
crucial match, and I'm just really glad that we're able to
저희가
win.
보여줄 게 많다고 생각하고 있습니다.
And honestly, the longer our playoffs run lasts, there are so many more of ourselves to show.
경기력이 좀
So what were your expectations against D plus Kia? You know, lately we haven't really been performing very well and struggled against even Hana Life Esports. But I believe that we were able to show what we got today. You played Corki in games 1 to 3, and then in game 4 you blind picked your signature Azir. So what are your thoughts on Corki and Azir?
선수들마다
As for mid lane right now,
다 선호하는 픽이 있고 좀 밸런스가
think
좀잘
there are
맞게
some
여러 팀들이 좀
preferences
골고루 나오다
that
보니까 그냥 다
mid
합이
players
나름인 것 같아요.
actually have. So I think it really ends up being a skills matchup and really how proficient they are in the champions. And so T1's current roster has an LCK finals appearance rate of 100%.
이번에
So
좀
what are your
하나한테
resolutions
3-0으로
for keeping this
패배했는데
number at
다음
100?
경기에서는 저희가 좀 복수할 기회가 생겼다고
You know,
생각하고
we have
있고요.
lost against our opponent
좀 다음 경기
before,
때는
but
좀
I believe that we can
좋은 모습
actually bring
보여드릴
it
수
back
있을 것
and
같습니다.
bounce back.
네, 기대해 보겠습니다.
And show you have even better performance.
만나보겠습니다. 오늘
Next up,
LCK
구마유시.
통산 1,500킬 달성과
So you
동시에
have reached
정주행 티켓을
all-time
거머쥐었습니다.
LCK
또 깜찍한
1,500
머리띠까지
kills and
착용하셨는데요. 승리
secured a
소감
ticket to
들려주시죠.
Gyeongju. And by the way, an adorable headband that we were wearing. How do you feel?
프로게이머 하면서 좀 큰
You know, as a
경기장에서
professional gamer,
좀 많은 관객분들이랑 게임하는 거가
being able to
좋은
play
경험이라고
alongside
생각하는데
a
이번에도
big audience is
또
such a
좋은
great
좋게
opportunity and
경주를 갈
experience.
수 있게 되어서 기쁩니다.
And luckily, we're able to make it to Gyeongju, which makes me very delighted. And in game 1, you brought out a new Nyla, a Zillion comp, and first pick Ziggs in games 2 and 3. So how much preparation work was involved in these picks? You know, in the end, we just try to pull off as many picks as possible. And we really did work hard in preparing for today's match. And for Ziggs, I think I'm pretty confident with him. We actually did prepare, and I have practiced him since round 1. And so, how do you expect your match against Hana Life Esports will go? You know, even in spring, we got 3-0'd by them, but just like how we won today, I think we are fully capable of defeating them. So we'll just be sure that we are ready for that match. And Keria, there was no room to back out in today's lower bracket match. So what mindset did you play with today?
오늘 꼭 이기고 싶은 마음으로 왔습니다.
No, I was really desperate for today's win, so I just came here today telling myself that I really want to win. So the key highlighted lane today was bot lane, and since aiming has such a high carry potential, how did you manage to disable and deny him? So DK actually does focus their play around aiming.
그런 하이퍼킬하는 챔피언들이 제한적이어가지고 이제 그런
And there are so much limitations right now regarding hyper carries in the bot lane, so I think we're just trying to deny those kind of picks as much as possible. And so in the match point, you were hovering Bard and quickly swapped to Alistar, and you seemed somewhat disappointed. So what was the discussion at the time?
이제 평소 같으면은
You know, as a team, we were trying to pick between Bard and Alistar. And I was really just hovering, I was leaning towards Bard, but I thought about it, and you know, the skin sale has been, it's close to being over, or it's already over, so I just went with Alistar instead. So any message to Hana Life Esports? You know, we lost against them, but just from watching the Hana Life Esports versus Genji, we just kind of downloaded how they play. I think they have revealed a lot of their gameplays and their tactics, so I think we have a better chance this time around.
자, 그렇다면 이제 감독님 만나보겠습니다. 감독님 오늘 경주로
Now let's talk to
하나가
Coach
됐는데
Goma.
들려주시죠.
So with today's victory, you are now Gyeongju bound. How do you feel? You know, we've never felt so desperate to try to get to Gyeongju, and just being able to qualify for the lower finals makes me very happy.
오늘 경기력 만족스러우셨나요?
So personally, are you satisfied with today's performance? You know, we did lag in game 1. We weren't able to showcase what we prepared, but the rest of the match really went and proved how much work we have been putting in. So I'm pretty happy about that. So what is the key to the lower finals? You know, our front staff, the coaching staff, and our team, our players have prepared so much, and they have been working really hard. So I think in the end, the key would be just managing and maintaining their conditioning. You know, everyone has been saying that even if we start with 2 losses, we can always win and reverse sweep, because we have been preparing just that much. And any shout out to all the T1 fans who are hopeful to see you at the finals. You know, I always say that I am really grateful. And I want to say once again, thank you so much for always supporting us till the end. And against Hana Life Esports, I want to show you guys an opposite result from our last match. And lastly, Baker, any shout out to the fans? As always, thank you so much for all the support. And in Gyeongju, I just wanted to make sure that we spend the last parts of our playoffs with our fans, and I want to make everyone so happy. And that's the end of the post-match interview with T1. And stay tuned for the in-person interview at the space. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the space. Joining us is Victorious Jungler for T1, owner, as well as Ji-sun for the translations. Congratulations on your victory. Welcome to the Global Desk. Why don't you take a second to say hello to all of your global fans?
오늘 승리 정말 축하드리고요. 이렇게 또 LCK 글로벌 인터뷰도 응해주셔서 너무 감사드립니다. 가장 먼저 글로벌 팬분들께 한번 인사해 주실 수 있을까요?
네, 안녕하세요. T1의 정글러를 맡고 있는 오너 문현주라고 합니다. 네.
영어로도 한번 해주세요.
Yeah, can you say it in English?
Thank you. T1 정글 오너.
Good. That was good. That was good. This last series was very entertaining and a little tense, but you were able to get 2 POGs. What were some of the feelings and emotions that you had for today?
오늘 경기 사실 보는 입장에서는 정말 쫄깃하고 또 재밌었는데 직접 경기를 뛰는 선수 입장에서는 어땠는지, 특히나 오늘 경기에서 POG를 2개나 따셨어요. 오늘 경기 전반적으로 어땠나요?
일단 그래도 플레이오프 오면은 한 경기 한 경기 좀 많이 떨리는 것 같고요. 근데 어쨌든 저희가 많이 이런 경험을 많이 해봤기 때문에 그래도 다행이라고 생각을 했었고, 1세트를 지긴 했지만 2, 3, 4세트를 잘할 수 있다라는 확신이 있었기 때문에 잘 풀어갔었던 것 같습니다.
Well, actually, as we head over to playoffs, you know, the stakes are so high. I get kind of nervous in every game, but also I'm so relieved that we have so much experience to kind of handle with these jitters. Also, we were pretty confident that it didn't really matter. We dropped first game because we knew that we have the power to bounce back for the 3 games in a row.
Well, speaking of experience, this T1 roster always seems to have a little bit of trouble in the summer split. You guys did this year. You also did last year. What did you learn as a team and individually from this summer split?
사실 또 T1은 매년 서머 시즌에는 조금 우여곡절이 많은 것 같고, 작년도 그랬고 올해도 조금 많은 일들이 있었던 것 같은데, 언제나 또 마지막에는 또 폼을 회복하고 좋은 경기력을 보여주시는 것 같습니다. 그렇다면 올해는 개인적으로 어떤 부분을 많이 배웠다고 생각하시나요?
뭐 어쨌든 이렇게 계속해서 저희가 스프링보다 썸머 성적이 별로 좋지가 않은데 이런 부분에 있어서 멘탈 관리법이나 많은 이제 뱀픽적으로도 많이 배웠다고 생각을 하고 있고 또 그냥 게임 내적으로도 그냥 외적으로도 좀 그냥 살아가는 데 있어서도 조금 많이 배운 것 같아가지고 좋은 것 같습니다.
Well, I think I can say for sure that our results or the final outcomes are not as good as the spring season, but I think with this experience, we were able to learn how to keep the mental fortitude and also how to kind of refine our drafting. Also, outside of the game, I think I got a lot of life lessons this summer as well. So yeah, it was a very nice experience for me.
Can you give us one of the life lessons that you learned?
그럼 인생의 교훈 어떤 거를 얻으셨는지 하나 정도 알려주실 수 있을까요?
어쨌든 힘든 날이 있으면은 또 웃는 날이 무조건 올 수 있다라는 생각을 많이 했었고 그게 또 맞는 것 같아가지고 네 그거인 것 같습니다.
You know, there's always a silver lining. You know, even though you have some hard times, in the end, you know, you will shine bright.
All right, thank you. With this win today, you'll be heading to Gyeongju. And you are one win away from facing Genji for the 6th time. Still have to beat Hanwha Life Esports. How does that make you feel knowing that you could possibly be playing the same team in the finals for 3 years?
이제 오늘 경기 승리로 T1 역시 경주행에 오르게 되었습니다. 이제 1승만 더 달성하게 된다면 다시 한번 6번 연속으로 젠지와의 결승이 성사될 수도 있는데요. 이렇게 같은 상대를 연거푸에서 계속 결승에서 만난다는 건 또 어떤 느낌인지 그리고 하나생명전이 남아있는데 각오는 어떠신가요?
일단 결승전에 간다고 치면은 6번을 만난다는 것 자체가 너무나 좀 신기한 관계인 것 같고요. 그리고 또 어쨌든 젠지를 만난다는 거는 저희도 어느 정도 잘해왔다라는 뜻이라고 생각이 들어서 너무나 좋을 것 같고 다시 만나면 어쨌든 다시 만나기 위해선 하나생명전을 꼭 이겨야 되는데 저희가 스프링 때처럼 이겼던 만큼 저희는 더 올라갈수록 잘한다고 생각이 들고 오늘 승리를 위해서 더 기세도 탔기 때문에 이번 경주에서도 하면은 꼭 승리할 수 있다고 생각이 들어서 꼭 이기고 결승전에 갈 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah, it still amazes me that we can face the same opponent for like 6 times in a row. And I think if we make finals, I think it also tells that we have been doing a great job as we are facing up against Genji in the final as well. But we also have to play up against Hanwha Life Esports. But with this win today, I think we were able to fortify our momentum really well. So I'm really excited to head over to Gyeongju and play out our games.
You know, when I think about this T1 roster, you all have been together for such a long time. In global League of Legends, your roster has been together for such a long time. What makes this roster so special?
그리고 T1 정말 5명의 선수가 함께한 지 굉장히 오래되었고 전 세계를 놓고 보아도 이렇게 T1처럼 5명의 선수가 함께 오래 끈끈한 시간을 보낸 같은 기록을 보유한 팀이 없다고 저는 생각하거든요. 어떤 점이 이런 T1의 제호 패국회를 특별하게 만드나요?
정말 약간 어려운 질문 같은데 어쨌든 저도 잘 모르겠어요. 이렇게나 많이 할지도 몰랐었고 이렇게 많이 했는지도 몰랐었는데 어쨌든 서로 게임을 같이 하는 데 있어서 행복함과 즐거움을 느끼고 또 그만큼 성적이 나왔었다 보니까 어느 정도 끈끈하게 유지가 됐었던 것 같고 그래서 이렇게 로스터를 유지함으로써 게임을 하는 데 있어서 더욱더 즐거움도 플러스 되기 때문에 더 끈끈하게 발전되는 것 같습니다.
I think it's a very tricky question, but I don't know. Back in the days, I didn't even see this coming. I was not expecting us to stay for such a long time. Sometimes even now, I forget that we have been together for such a long time as well. I'm just not aware sometimes. But I think we just always find a great experience together. Also, we have accomplished so many great things together as well. So we were able to feel very kind of satisfied with the runs that we kind of make happen together. So I think that's the power that let us stay together as a team.
And then finally, as you head to Gyeongju, what is your determination that you want to share with your fans from all over the world?
그럼 마지막으로 이렇게 경주 로드쇼를 향하게 되었는데 마지막으로 팬분들께 각오 한마디 부탁드립니다.
일단은 이제 썸머 시작부터 지금까지 응원해주신 분들 너무나 감사드리고요. 저희 여정은 아직 끝나지도 않았고 이제 또 하나생명전을 만나서 결승전까지 갈 수 있도록 하나생명전을 꼭 이기고 이제 결승대에 가서 이번에는 더욱더 더 좋은 성적을 낼 수 있도록 노력 많이 할 테니 끝까지 믿고 응원해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Thank you so much for your support throughout the summer season. I really appreciate it. But I want to say T1's journey is not over here. We're going up against Hana Life Esports in the next match, and we will make sure to get the win and head over to the finals as well. And also in the prior answer, Owner already mentioned that he beat Hana Life last season in the same kind of matchup format. So he said he's pretty confident as well. So let's see what's going to happen there.
All right. 감사합니다, Owner. T1 Owner, world champion, all pro, one of the greatest to do it here. Congratulations on the win and best of luck in Gyeongju. 감사합니다.
Yeah.
All right.